Here's, thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Kurt.
Go away, I'm busy. But the visitor was a mouse, and quite used to having folks yell shoo.
Hello. Sorry.
For Miss Pena?
That's me.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi. Sorry, my son's autistic, and so that way he doesn't wander. So that way he doesn't wander off and leave.
No, that's a smart thing to do.
Huh?
What do you want to talk in here?
Yeah, that's me.
And Natalie just gave me these.
Yeah, she told me that she wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah, she told me she.
Right, she told me on the phone. I was like, wow. Her mom just found out that she had breast cancer, and they had to go in and remove it too. So.
Yeah, I'm mistake on Tuesday, so I gotta go down there.
That's why we were like really concerned about the supervision, because she's the only one that supervises me, and it's. I mean, she has to go out of town, and then plus it's financially hard on me and my husband, because he's the only one working right now too. So.
Did Natalie talk about what FBSS is to you?
Something about services. So.
Yes, family-based safety services is what it stands for. And we work with families more long-term than investigations can. Work with families while.
So did they rule out the investigation yet, or?
That I don't know.
Well, I mean, or do you know what the investigation?
No, I do not know what the disposition is yet. I'm in the next stage of service, so we work with families after investigations occur.
Okay.
And we work with families to kind of fix whatever needs fixing or monitor whatever needs monitoring.
Right.
Kind of assess the situation. I'm here to assess the situation.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions you've probably been asked before. But it helps me gauge what you would benefit from.
Right.
Typically, it's more helpful if the investigator's here, but it has an emergency. So.
I like your boots. I have black ones just like them.
Thank you. I think I got them at room 21.
I didn't get mine there, but they look just like mine.
You got Kool-Aid on your shirt. No, you can't play with the computer.
Good try, though.
Birds sing happy songs, but birds eat worms.
Is it Christina?
Yes.
The thought to make a mouse a little ill.
Can you tell me who all lives in the home?
Me, my husband, and our 4 children.
Cats ain't nice.
Okay. What's your husband's name?
Jose, O-S-E.
How old is he?
He's 39. He just had a birthday.
Folks seem so nice.
And how old are you?
33.
Oh, really? What would even show?
What's your oldest child's name?
Victoria.
Yes.
Now,
How old
if
is
I turned into an elephant, that would be worthwhile.
You do have young ones. Next.
Braylon.
An elephant wouldn't fit in
How do you spell that?
B-R-A-Y-L-E.
It's a nice little house. The mouse loved it very much.
He's my autistic son. And then her, Bella, Isabella. She's 1.5, going on 25.
You're talkative. And the new one.
Huh?
What's the new one?
3.5.
Oh, it's Mia.
Mia.
She's 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks now.
Oh, goodness.
On the 22nd.
Yeah.
What's that?
What? Wow. Wow.
Typically I like to start out with my families telling me about their children, things they like, things they don't like, if they're easy to care for, difficult to care for, any medical issues or behavioral issues.
So it's pretty easy to care for. I mean, Braylon,
Okay,
he's
one at
autistic.
a time. I have to type it all out. Let's start with Toriana.
Okay, Toriana, she's, I mean, she has her moments. She's 5, of course. She loves school.
Okay. What school she go to?
Alvarado North. She loves princess stuff and Frozen and anything to do with Frozen.
Sounds about right.
She just lost her first tooth,
Oh, okay.
so she had her tooth fairy.
Nice.
Her favorite food is pizza. She can eat like half the pizza by herself. She likes to dance.
Okay.
She likes to watch videos like play sets. She likes like Barbie doll play sets and stuff like that too. Other than that, she's a pretty easy child.
Okay, she's easy to care for.
She's very helpful with the other kids, and she's very protective of her brother.
Okay.
Whenever we go out anywhere, you know, sometimes the kids with autism get funny looks, and so she protects him. She keeps him sheltered. So.
He doesn't understand.
That's funny. Oh, that's neat. Any behavioral or medical issues? Is she on private insurance?
She's on
Medicaid?
Stop.
Okay. Alright, Mr. Braylon.
Braylon, that's my little man. He loves anything to do with electronics. He was nonverbal for quite a while after. He was talkative up until he was about a year old. He had a seizure, and then about a week after his vaccinations, and then he kind of went downhill from there as far as just the signs of autism. He wasn't talkative. He would sit in the corner and clap his hands. But with videos and music and a lot of one-on-one time with him, he
Did
does.
he work with ECI?
Yes, yes, he did. He had speech therapy,
Occupational.
his service coordinator, and OT, and then he also had behavioral therapy.
Okay.
So he loved his therapist. He's very social.
Oh, good.
So he's not like typical autistic children like withdrawn
You're
way. He's very, very, very social. But we've always, you know, hugged on him and loved on him. So I mean, that's even the psychologist and the autism coordinator in his school said that wasn't typical for a child, and that they could tell that, you know, he's gotten a lot of attention at home. So, but before ECI came in, I worked with him a lot because I used to like Google and YouTube videos about autism because I wanted to know how I could help him more. So, other than electronics, he doesn't really care for many toys. I mean, he has trucks and cars, and I mean, he's got a ton
Like
of
things that sing.
Yeah, he likes anything with music too. But, I mean, as far as toys go, he's not really into it unless it's electronic, unless there's a way that he can swipe.
Okay.
So, his
Does he
favorite
take any
food is chicken nuggets and chocolate milk.
Is he on any medication?
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe him. I mean, no, I don't.
Well,
I don't
I didn't
think
know
I
if he
can
had
believe
it.
in it even when they're older. But I mean, he's your typical toddler too. So, other than that, I mean, he's good. I mean, he has, you know, meltdowns and stuff like that, which is normal. But I mean, other than that, he's a very good kid. For being 3 and being autistic, he's very good.
Don't get Cubo? Visit us at Cubo.com. Or call 1-877-9-CUBO.
When was he diagnosed?
He got his diagnosis through the school because ECI had started. I spoke to his pediatrician, and his pediatrician said that he was showing signs. And we tried to get in the Child Study Center, but it took us quite a while.
It takes like 6 months at least.
And by the time he had gotten his appointment for the Child Study Center, he had already gotten diagnosis through the school, so there wasn't really a need to get him diagnosed somewhere else when I didn't want their services because I knew where he was going to go.
What school does he go to?
North.
He does go to North? Okay.
Alfredo has a really good program for special needs.
And a lot of support groups. That's where I met her, was through the autism support groups.
I have an 8-year-old autistic child.
So that's kind of all stick together. But he's in the PPCP program at school, and he loves school. He didn't have a problem transitioning from home or anything. His teachers, he absolutely loves them. He's not potty trained yet. We're still working on that. He has some sensory issues.
Yeah.
Depth, like putting his feet. They always have to be on the floor, and the toilets that are high up. So I took him a potty chair, but he's still kind of scared of it. So they're working with him, and then I have in their bathroom. I have his visual schedule and stuff too for him. So it's just going to take a little bit more time, he said, because of his communication delays and speech delays and stuff. But he should eventually. She said as soon as he picks it up, and he'll be fine after that.
Once he realizes he'll like it a lot better
Right,
that way.
exactly, because he does not like diapers.
Well, my
He
friend's
likes to take
son's
them off.
autistic, and he could, he didn't care if he peed himself, but he definitely did not want to poop on himself
Right.
at all.
Right.
So he got that down pretty quickly, but he didn't
Raylan doesn't like to be. He doesn't like his diaper wet or poopy.
No, he takes it off and brings you another one.
He'll take it off.
He's almost there.
Yeah. We hope so.
I,
It's 3 in diapers.
Dylan
Bless
actually
your heart.
Yeah.
didn't get potty trained until like 2 months before school started for kindergarten.
Takes
All
him
my
a
other
little
ones were
time.
quick.
Does he get SSI or anything?
No, I have not tried to get disability. The autism coordinator at school said for me to have him check for mitochondria
Okay.
because of the vaccinations and it coming on so soon next to all of that. To have his brain waves and stuff checked. So I was gonna wait and do that and see how that pursues first before I decided to put him on disability. Plus, I don't know how to go about that, and I'm just kind of learning things as I go. I mean, it's
Well, my
new to me.
supervisor's son has autism, or he's on the autism spectrum. I think he has Asperger's, but
That's not even a thing anymore.
Yeah,
well, yeah, I don't know what they're called now.
it's high functioning.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
High
you
functioning.
can only tell
autism.
certain things bother him, like
Right.
certain sensory
Right.
issues. But we can hook you up with some resources on that because she has like a packet full of
Okay.
stuff. So she's pretty helpful in that area. Maybe not others. But. Okay, Miss Isabella.
Gotta tell her you said that.
She is a princess.
Save your face.
She's a little petite princess. She's very talkative,
I see that.
very outgoing. She loves chocolate milk too. She loves stuffed animals. She will hug and kiss any stuffed animal that is in front of her.
Wow.
She tried to kiss the plant the other day. She loves everything. Everything is her friend. She loves her baby sister.
Oh yeah. Kisses her to death.
Kisses her to death. So she's just very outgoing, very lovable, very talkative, she's just
This
the princess.
sounds good. No medical issues?
No.
Nice to finally meet you. And these must be your friends, Doki, Pico, and Annabella. Hi, Valentina.
And Miss Me. No, she doesn't have a lot going on.
She eats a lot.
She eats good. Is she sleeping okay?
She is doing probably every 3-4 hours. Some nights are, touchy because we're still kind of getting used to each other's schedules. But I mean, other than that, she's a really good baby. I haven't had any concerns. I
I
mean,
think
as
she's
far
an
as
awesome baby.
she sleeps good. She's very alert when she is awake. She looks around and she's
She makes faces. She does
Yeah.
all the normal things for her age.
she's been here since she was born. So. Second mama.
I don't want those. That's your sock.
Go faster.
Go on your feet. I just want you to take them off.
That's the sock.
You got everything on that shirt already.
That's because it's white.
Hawaiian
Well,
punch.
she's changed changed shirts now twice.
Yeah. Well, she got lunch on the first one, so we changed it, and now she has to be late on that one. So.
No.
I'm very picky about like the floors and the kids because they crawl around on them a lot.
Yeah.
You can ask her. I've cleaned my carpets like 3 or 4 times since she's been here. In like the past 3.5, 4 weeks.
Dean
So.
cleaned it twice now since I've been here.
My floors, like I'm picky about my floors. So.
She sweeps and mops like twice a day, and like I'd go crazy.
I like follow behind with a broom. She's like, sit down.
Who's the children's doctor?
It's Dr. Trevetti
Dr. Trevetti?
in Burleson.
Okay. Is he for everybody?
Yes. Yes, I've always done the same.
Helpful for you.
Yes.
What kind of discipline do you use with the kids?
With Toriana, I usually take things away, or she gets an allowance every day. If she does good at school, she doesn't get any color changes. She comes home, she cleans her room, gets her homework done. I mean, other than that, the only thing I really have to do is just take things away, and she gets very upset. I mean, I don't take basic needs away. It's pretty much just her, you know,
Fun stuff.
things that she likes, and she really gets upset when her money gets taken away, but it has to be something really bad. Like, if she gets a color change at school, she knows that I don't do well with not doing well in school, because I dropped out of school. I went back and eventually got my high school diploma, but that was something I always wanted for my kids, was a good education.
Yeah.
And she knows that I don't like it when she gets a color change, because there should be no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, every once in a while is different. You know, I know she's going to talk out, or, you know, she's going to get in trouble sometimes. But usually she'll tell me what she did, and if it's,
Ellie,
you
give it
know,
to mommy.
a good enough reason.
Give it to mommy.
Here, baby. Here. Mommy, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. With Braylon, his is a lot of redirection. We don't. I mean, anything else he wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't bother him anyway. So we just a lot of redirection. If he does something we don't agree with, you know, I smacked his hand a few times because he gets really close to the stove. You know, that's a big no-no. But as far as anything else, it's a lot of redirection.
I've noticed he hates it whenever I make him look me in the face.
Oh yes, we do.
And I make him
him,
sit down
yeah.
in the chair and have his timeout whenever I'm here, and you know.
She's dealt with her autistic son for a lot longer than I've dealt with mine, so
I
I'm
have 2, so
picking up a
my
lot more
14-year-old's
pointers
grown
from
out.
her as far as, you know, what to do with him, and because it's all new to me, so I'm just picking it up as I go.
And Braylon has a real issue with not looking you in the face. And so it bothers him for you to make him do it. So I kind of just hold him there and I'm like, now I said no, you can't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. And I'll sit him down. I'll tell him, you know, stay there for a minute, time out. And he tries every which way in the world to get up, and I just have to stand there and wait until his minute is up, and then I move and he gets down and he just runs off. Like, I'm not talking to you
There,
anymore.
he'll inch his way to the end of the chairs. So he understands a lot of what's going on, but it's
very
just a lot of
intelligent.
stubborn toddler syndrome. So.
Yeah. Pretty normal.
He's really testing his boundaries.
Right. And this one right here, she.
Does everything Braylon does.
You just have to look at her. I mean, like, if she's doing something bad and you say, no, Bella, I mean, you don't even really have to raise your voice loud. She will give you the saddest look you've ever seen,
If
and
you just broke her heart.
she will win you over. So pretty much all we have to do is tell her no, and
She's running to you, putting her arms up. And you pick her up
exactly,
after that.
she wants you to love on her.
You
She's
corrected
not a
me,
fighter,
make
she's
it
a
better.
lover.
Okay. Alright, on to you now. What's your highest level of education?
High school.
High school?
Diploma,
Okay.
yes, I went back. I dropped out when I was a sophomore. I went back when I was 29, but I went to high school and got my high school diploma because I didn't want to teach. I said, well, if I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go back for the real thing. So I went back and I graduated with my class and everything. So yeah. I was 29 when I went back and got it, but I got it.
It's okay. You're not working, is that what you said?
No, I'm home mama.
You're gonna stay at home long since you have kids?
I mean, I've had odd jobs here and there to help with the bills whenever they got, you know, a little
Much.
rough, but I mean, it was nothing more than like McDonald's for a couple weeks or a month or something like that. So.
Do you have any medical issues that require medication or ongoing treatment?
Other than the Subutex that I was on, that was what I was on for a while.
What's that for?
The Subutex, that's what the whole case is about.
I'm better.
Subutex it's a medication that keeps you off of other narcotic medications that blocks the opiate receptors, and it also helps with
So you
pain
can't feel anything from those.
management. Right. So if I was to take any other medication, it would block everything. And then I was on tramadol at the end of my pregnancy and right after I had her. And that was because I had started having contractions at like 6 months. And the doctor, the OBGYN, knew that I was on the Subutex and said that if it wasn't enough if the Subutex wasn't enough pain relief to do the tramadol. And so I periodically took the tramadol as needed.
Okay.
And right at the end of the pregnancy, it did get to be a little much, so I did take it as prescribed, 2 every 6 hours. So, but I was having contractions regularly. And it's even in hospital files that I was there trying to stop the contractions, and there was nothing they could do. Nothing. Like the magnesium, I ended up passing out when they gave me the magnesium to stop the contractions. And they give you one shot and then 15 minutes later they give you another shot. And I ended up passing out on the second shot. So, I mean, it's just, I couldn't take anything to stop the contractions, and that was the only way that he could keep me comfortable. And so that's the way we went, and then unfortunately it kind of counteracted with, you know, the Subutex and
Are you still on that program?
on what? The solace counseling? No.
No?
No, because he had called me and told me that he did not want to get involved with any of this, and that I needed to either find another counselor, another doctor to prescribe the medication, or go through a 12-step program and then come back to him.
Okay.
So he said he just didn't want involved while all of this was going on. He
In
didn't
other
have
words, he was
time
getting
for
scared
it.
because she was going through CPS.
He didn't have time for it. He didn't want to deal with it, and that was pretty much that conversation. So
Ella,
I asked him why, you know, if everything was done the way it was supposed to be done, and he was informed. My OBGYN was informed. You know, he still, well, I don't want anything to do with this. He said, I'm not getting involved. He said, you know, when everything's over with and you go to, you know, the other counseling program or 12-step program or whatever you decide to do, he said, then I want verification and then you can come back.
Okay.
But, I mean, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because when I really needed him to be there and vouch that he knew about everything that was going on, he just kind of, you know, ditched me. And this is a doctor that I've been with for almost 4 years. So, I mean, I don't need him to vouch for me, but it's pretty much the fact that he knew that I was on the medication, he knew that I was pregnant, he knew that I weaned down before her delivery. She was born with withdrawal symptoms, whether it was from the Subutex or from the tramadol, or a combination of the both. Still, he should have been a professional about it and stepped in and said, I knew this was going on, you know, I'm gonna, you know, vouch and say that, you know, yes, she was on this because she needs to be. You know, there's a two-way street.
Either way it goes,
You know, to keep her away from narcotics and to also help with pain management too. So, but he ended up ditching me because he didn't want to deal with.
Okay. What did you need pain management for anything, or was it for an opiate?
I mean, I have back
So she
pain,
didn't
but
have to.
that's why I said I don't want to go to pain management. I don't want narcotics.
Okay. What's your back pain for?
Well, I had gotten a car accident probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And I had went to pain management and they put me on a bunch of medication. And I decided to take myself off of it. I was never court ordered, never never told that I had to, never told I had to go to rehab. I just myself, I felt like I was going downhill. I felt like I was going to start, going downhill, and I had children, and I didn't want to go that route. So I thought to myself, okay, well, there's methadone. And then I was like, well, that's another drug that's just going to make me loopy, and I can't take care of my kids, and I don't want that. So then I found out about the Suboxone and Subutex through counseling, and I ended up going that route because it doesn't make you loopy. It blocks all of the other medications. No. Come here.
Pickpocketer?
But
Sure will.
but I did all of it myself.
Do you have any mental health issues like anxiety, depression?
I have anxiety issues from time to time, but it's
Have
nothing.
you ever taken medicine for it?
I did a long time ago, but and I would only take it every once in a while because it would make me sleepy.
Okay.
And it was at nighttime, but I never took. This was years ago. After my parents had gotten divorced, I was a teenager, and I had
So no medicine right now, though?
no.
They're playing a joke on us. But what if it's true, Gabby? Apples come from
Yeah,
apples.
it is.
So maybe rubber bands.
So can you tell me about your substance abuse history?
Other than just pain medication, that's the only thing that I've ever taken. And I never overdid it. I always took it as prescribed. It's still taking it for,
Got to a point that scared you?
taking it for as long as a period of time that I took it for, you eventually get addicted to it anyways, even if you're taking it prescribed or not. You're taking 1 or 2 every 6 hours to help with the pain for, 2 years. You're eventually going to have to need it to get rid of the pain. No, come here, baby. Have to need it to get rid of the pain, and
How long did you take the medicine?
Huh?
How long did you take the medicine?
For about 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah. And it was all prescribed. It was all taken as prescribed. So I never overdid it or took handfuls of anything. It scared me too much to do any of that. No.
It's because she's new. She's got
She's sneaking over here and taking that in your pockets. You little stinker. Little cookie. Fun pops. I don't know how to do your graham crackers, so we'll do a pop. I think your brother got a hold of the graham crackers this time.
Who do you consider your support system? Who's there for you?
The lady sitting on the couch.
Okay.
I have, a few neighbors that I, talk to on not a regular basis because I have kids and I'm always busy, but my mom is there via phone whenever I need her, and then I grew up in Indiana, so all of my friends and family is up north. But they're there, as far as if I have to call them or Skype them or whatever, they're always there, so. But my main support system right now is her. She's the one that's, here every day with me, and my husband, of course, he's, my other half, so that's, the main support system. But, neighbors,
try to get rid of
few
more.
friends, and the autism support group. Mostly it's a lot of, the school people and therapists, my son's therapists, because they've been here through a lot,
Yeah.
so.
Do you receive any other government assistance besides Medicaid?
We get food stamps and Medicaid,
How
yes.
much do you get?
They just upped it to $7.71, I believe,
Okay.
because of Mia. And she will start receiving her WIC on the 30th.
Okay.
Bella gets WIC still, and Mia will get WIC. Braylon, will lapse out of it because he started school.
Okay.
So he would have been there until he was 5, or 4. Yeah, 4. But since he started school early, they take it away.
Do you get Medicaid for yourself?
Yes, we're right now until February.
Oh, okay.
Just pregnancy,
Yeah.
women's Medicaid.
Is this the rainforest welcoming committee?
So where were you born?
Hopefully,
Indiana.
this will stay on long enough to get the plate off the ground.
I'm a Hoosier.
But how do we get around
Yeah,
all
me.
these tree stumps? A crazy solution would be to add
Yeah,
bumper
me.
sticks.
Where'd you grow up?
I think of that.
In Indiana.
Same place the whole time?
Hey, the snake isn't even real. Who would drop fake snakes out of the trees?
I would.
Grew up in the same house for years and years and years and years and years and years.
Of the rainforest.
I mean, I took the occasional trip to Kentucky. I have a lot of family in Kentucky too. So,
Who raised you? Your mom and your dad? Or?
my dad did. My mom and dad had gotten divorced when I was young. My dad did it first, and my mom was she got remarried,
From this rubber tree stand.
and she was, I guess, taking time for herself. But I mean, they were co-parenting, I guess. I mean, I was over there at her house on the weekends with my dad through the week because I went to school there.
First, all the
Um,
sap we collected gets poured into here.
It was like that until I was about 13, and then they ended up getting remarried when I was 13. So,
Then I carefully add formic acid, and a chemical reaction happens, turning latex into
Bella.
solid.
and my 3 older children live in Indiana as well.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. How would you describe your childhood? Did you have an easy childhood, difficult childhood,
I mean,
somewhere
it
in
was,
between,
Yet.
average?
I mean, it was normal, middle class. I mean, we wasn't like rich. We didn't have everything, you know, we ever wanted in the world, but we had what we needed, and
It's not stretchy
you
yet.
know, we had,
See?
you know, we had Christmas, we had the Tooth Fairy, we had just, it was normal childhood growing up.
Did you ever experience any abuse or neglect growing up?
No,
What about family violence?
no.
It's a rubber yellow.
They never even argued in front of us. So they kept it, you know, behind closed doors, and same with the older generation. They always kind of kept everything, you know, behind closed doors. It was never,
Help yourself, Rico.
you never even raised your voice to your spouse. So even if they did really wrong, that was just, it was uncalled for. So.
And,
Don't worry, we'll get the plane off the ground.
have you ever been married?
It seems none of our
Have I ever been married before?
Well, just in general.
Yeah.
That's my general.
Oh yeah.
Okay, just once?
3 times.
Okay, who's the first one?
Jose Alanis.
Okay.
Tree
I like Jose.
That's the same thing I said.
And then my second was Yari Pena.
Monday, meet
Okay.
Francisco.
Ah, a pleasure to meet you.
And then Jose
What's with the
Segundo.
snakes? They're rubber. We were helping Francisco put them around the forest.
How do you spell his last
Steer
name?
off tree wrestling.
What, Segundo? Segundo.
I got it.
Like it sounds.
Sometimes the best
Yeah, I think a lot of my stuff is still under Pena because of the kids at school. Like everything that like legal documentation, because it hasn't been that long ago. Oh, be careful, baby.
That's okay.
There's some stuff that's still under Pena, so I usually hyphenate it.
Okay.
Same number, different name.
Okay. How long were you with the first Jose?
We were together from 8 years. Yeah, we were married for 8 years. No, little girl. She's like, are you looking?
Did you have any children with him?
Yes, that's my 2 older
You
children.
too. Okay. What caused that relationship to end?
Him. He decided to go cheat. So we had, I tried to save the marriage and tried to forgive him, and he continued to do it, so I left.
It's okay. How long were you married to Mr. Payne?
We were married for about a year. He got deported. He was deported. because he didn't have any papers. He was ruled as the one that was at fault. And so.
And some dangerous things too. Sorry about the bouncer ball, dude.
Billy, you're all up in your business.
All out of paper material.
She's always in business.
I believe that for some reason. And how long have you been with this Jose?
We've been together for almost 4 years.
Way to go, everyone.
So did you have a child with Miss Virginia?
Toriana, yes. Yeah, Toriana is legally his. But he left when she was real young and he doesn't contact her or anything. We can't even get hold of
No,
him.
that's fine.
So Jose's always been there.
Okay.
Basically, her father.
Yeah. Your mama.
Not
So you
violent.
just had Toriana with him?
Yeah,
Okay. I used to do 3 kids that were up there.
I do. Jesse is legally my ex-husband's as well. He's not biologically, but he's legally. So it'd be under Jose Alon's too, I guess.
Tackles tough carpet stains and odors too. OxyClean. It gets the tough stains out.
There's a difference between biological and legal, because I mean, but legally my ex-husband.
Okay. Have you ever experienced domestic violence in any of your relationships?
No, I would never stand for it. Anybody who ever went to do anything like that, I was gone. I had a lot of friends that dealt with domestic abuse and watched them go through a lot and promised myself I'd never go through that.
Attention
So.
parents and grandparents of young children. Have you received this special
So you
notice
have
from Gerber Life?
7 children
If not,
altogether?
you're urged
Yes.
to call this toll-free number
Yeah.
now because Gerber Life is accepting applications for their affordable grow-up
Yep.
plan. It's easy to help your child
we talk
get
to
off a good
sissies all the
financial
time.
start for just pennies a day. Free information will be sent to parents and
Who do they
grandparents
live
who
with at
call
home?
now.
My mama.
You can apply right now over the phone if you'd like. The grow-up
Peekaboo.
plan gives your child $10,000 in whole life insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Later on, your child can buy more.
Wow.
She's trying to say
$100
peekaboo.
in total protection, regardless of
Wow.
the job. 10 times the original amount. The grow-up
Wow.
plan also builds cash value over time.
She cracks me up.
Wow.
Wow.
Head start for just pennies a day.
Why
Bella.
do they live in Indiana?
For free information.
They didn't want to leave their friends. I mean, when I had moved here, we moved because of Jose's job, and they were old enough that they had their friends, and they had, they didn't want to leave.
Okay. Who's the oldest?
Cheyenne. Brown is her first name. We call her Cheyenne.
Brown?
Brown.
Brianna.
Oh.
Bryanna.
How old is she?
She's 16.
No, look old enough to have And the next one?
Lakota, Lakota. And she's 12. And then Jesse, he's 11. They're 10 months apart. Yep.
Okay. Do you have any previous CPS history?
No. That's why all this is confusing to me. I'm like, that's why I didn't understand. I mean, like any of it. I mean, especially the supervision thing. I mean, it's a medication case, and I mean, it's like
It was prescribed medication.
I don't understand why I have to be supervised if there's no abuse. I mean, I can understand if there was abuse allegations or neglect allegations, but I mean, I've never even put a finger on my kids other than smack their hand a few times. So.
Do you have any criminal history?
No, none at all. I had minor traffic violations, but nothing major. But fall backwards. Nope. You'll fall backwards.
Where does Jose work?
He works construction. He used to work for Harper Clayton. I'm not sure what the name of the new company is, but it's with a friend of his. He's a contractor with him. He hasn't been with them very long. It's a couple months because the other company was taking him out of town a lot, and with the baby being born, the baby being born, he couldn't go out of town that much. So
Yeah.
he just moved to the other company. I believe Natalie has it on file. I think he told her when he did his interview with her, the initial interview.
And this, I'm sorry, I've gotten a lot of cases. Does he speak English or Spanish?
Spanish, but I mean, he can speak a little bit of English, but mostly Spanish.
Okay, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
That would be weird if you did.
Well, my first husband, we were like that. He didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any Spanish when we first met each other. So we would talk with our hands.
How do you
Go
do
get
that?
something to eat. Go to watch a movie. I mean, there wasn't very much communication that we learned, through time. So. Nope, come here.
I couldn't do that. I have to communicate.
Wait. Where's your toys?
So, prior to us becoming involved, you're the primary caregiver of the children?
Yes. Every day, every night, every minute, every second. Dirty diapers are my life.
Believe me.
And there's lots of them in this house.
Yes.
Other than supervision, do you have any other concerns with the case?
No, I mean, like I told Natalie, I have no problem with being investigated. I have no problem with anything. I mean, I have no problem with you guys coming over every second of the day to check and see what I'm doing. But the supervision thing is, I feel like I'm a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I have to be supervised with my children, and I'm the one that's cared for them since they were born. I feel like a monster having to be supervised with my children. And I feel like I was proven guilty first, before I could prove my innocence. And apparently I still haven't proved my innocence enough because I still have to be on supervision. And that's my main concern is I just feel like, to me as a mom, and I put a lot of effort into my kids and a lot of time and tears and, everything into my kids, and I just feel like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I mean, from a mom's perspective, it just, having to have somebody watch over you all the time.
It's uncomfortable.
I mean, I have no
I told her I'll
problem
keep
with
this
it because I don't do anything wrong, but it's just the fact that I can't load my kids up and take them to the store on Fridays. And I can't take my 5-year-old out to McDonald's on Fridays so she can spend her allowance money anymore.
There's no. We'll address that.
That, and then not only that, it's the financial matter. I'm not going to make her come and sit all day away from her kids and not pay her. I pay her $50 every single day. And I pay her every day since she's been here. 3.5 weeks, that's almost $1,000 in 3.5 weeks. I mean, my husband works, he makes, decent money, but we have decent
We can help
bills.
with daycare if you like.
I mean, we have decent bills too.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, but I can't be with my kids. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I do want to get a job, but I'm just...
I think she's a little young for daycare for another couple weeks,
But I mean, it's just my concern because she has to go out of town tomorrow.
My
And
mom
I have
had
nobody
a
else.
vasectomy, and
Yeah.
they don't know for sure. They're sending the biopsy off, sending it off to be biopsied, so that they can find out whether or not they got it all, or if there's any in their lymph nodes. So I want to go down there and at least spend Christmas because she's 77, and she's all, this is gonna be my last Christmas. I told her, Mom, you're gonna fight us all and live forever.
Come here, baby.
She's really thinking it's gonna be her last Christmas. So
I understand. I can't change supervision right now, so you have to contact
as like, I mean, you would come in, I mean, you know that the house is clean, you know that the kids, I mean, you report that. to
Yeah,
them
I'll
as well.
tell Natalie that that's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. I mean, I just want to make sure that, you know, the assessment goes, I mean, gets reported to them as far as like the way the kids are.
Well, what happens is we, after I complete the assessment, which I just have a few more questions for you, and I'm actually now it gave us the wrong address.
Right.
They had the wrong address.
It was my old
system.
address.
Yeah. So we wasted too much time over there. So I'm a little behind. So I'll have to speed that up. But what we do is we staff, Natalie, her supervisor, myself, and my supervisor staff, and see if this case is appropriate to come over to FBSS, and if it is, what services you would benefit from. So if your doctor suggests that you do a 12-step program, how do you feel about that?
With Narcotics Anonymous. Because the only reason I don't agree with those is because 90% of the time you learn more about drugs than you do getting off of them. And I have a lot of friends that went through those too, so. But I mean, if I have to, I'll do it. But as far as trying to find something else that would help better, you know, I'd rather do that than anything. And I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I need a 12-step program. I mean, because I don't have a drug issue per se. I don't take, you know, handfuls of pills. I take one medication, you know, and I did take the tramadol because it was, you know, it was a pain management thing, and I was pregnant, and so. I mean, the medications that I was on were prescribed to me. They were, the doctor knew what medications that I was on when he prescribed them to me. So, as far as it being a drug problem, in my eyes, I don't see it as a drug problem.
Are you having any symptoms from not taking the medication?
I mean, here and there, yeah. I mean, I have, like, you know, cold sweats and stuff like that, but I mean, other than that, I'm fine. I mean, I weaned myself down a lot from what I had left after she was born, because I had weaned myself down, and I was taking like a half of one to a half of one, so I had quite a few left after she was born, and so I weaned myself gradually that way. And so, I mean, it's not as bad as it would be if I had went completely off my full dosage to nothing.
We'd probably be committing her.
Yeah. Put me in a mental institution. But no, I mean, I feel fine. I mean, I have, you know, I mean, I have a little bit of back pain and stuff, but I've been taking ibuprofen and Tylenol and.
So do you have any expectations of CPS? Is there anything you think we could help you with, or you need help with?
I mean, honestly, no. I mean, we were perfectly normal, happy, functioning family, and this just all kind of, you know, boomed off in our face, and it's emotionally drained us and financially drained us. So, I mean, I can understand you guys came in, you know, because of the children. Of course, I agree with it wholeheartedly, but, you know, we've always been a functional, happy family. I mean, we have our differences as any other family does, and, you know, we have very active children, but, I mean, other than that, I mean, we're just a normal family with kids. And
Introducing Booster.com. The easy new way.
I mean, it's all just kind of, I mean, I know you guys come to do good, you know, for good intentions, because, granted, I mean, thank God for people like you when there are kids that, you know, definitely need it. But, I mean, as far as we go, it's been financially and emotionally draining on us.
Booster.com's fun and effective. Just design your custom t-shirt and get the word out.
All I know is I'm glad I spaced mine out. I see her, you know, running through the house, chasing kids and everything. I'm like,
They can order t-shirts and make donations online.
I think I would go next.
Closes, we'll ship the order.
Hopefully, there's a lot, I don't know, hopefully they're more closer together, like, as far as friend-wise growing up, because they're so close together, but.
Free campaign today.
I waited 5.5 years between the boys.
No, come here, Mama. Look at the kitty. Look at the kitty. 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 I mean, that sounded rude. I didn't mean to sound it like that. I feel bad.
Hear it every day. It's okay.
I mean, I just... that's a lot of money to put out, you know. Especially so close to Christmas and bills.
Can y'all help with Christmas gifts?
It's a little late.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's probably...
I was just saying because she's financially put out so much to have to be supervised, and now it's like her Christmas is gonna be scarce for her kids.
I can see, but
I know I asked Natalie about it. She told me to get a hold of Catholic Charities, but Catholic Charities is they've already
Everywhere's
done
done.
with theirs.
Because I've called several people trying to help her.
We went to a couple of the food pantries, and they're not doing theirs anymore either, and they're already starting to hand them out and stuff. So they've already. I mean, we didn't think we'd need the help, but all this kind of happened. So I mean, plus when she was in the NICU, we were driving back and forth 4 or 5 times a day too. So because of course I had to be here during the day with the kids, and then when he would get home, as soon as he got home, I left from here and went and stayed with the baby.
Because she's doing this.
She was doing that last night.
what kind of strengths do you think you have as a mother?
What
do
kind
you
of what?
think? Strengths. What do you think makes you a good mom?
Strength?
She can be at 10 places at once.
I don't know. I mean, I know what my kids are doing before they even do it. I mean, they can't get past me on anything because I know what they're gonna do before they do it.
Mother's intuition.
I mean, my strengths. I mean,
You love them.
I love them. I mean, that's my biggest strength, and that's the reason I do everything that I do
And you
every
fight for
single
them.
day.
Starting to get Brethren in school.
Starting at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Miss Brewster.
But I mean, Braylon, he's taught me a lot. You know, with him and just everything that's went on with therapy and
Patience.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I had patience before, but I think with him I've learned a
What
lot
about
more
your husband?
patience. Huh?
What kind of strengths do you think your husband has?
He loves to work. He does not like to go a day without working. He don't like, he likes to be at home because he likes to spend time with the kids, but he's a workaholic. He likes to work, he likes to make sure that the kids have what they need, a roof over their head, financially. I mean, he's big into our financial part of life, and I do more of the parenting. I mean, he's there for them, he plays with them, he does, what is needed. But as far as parenting, school things, all that stuff is mine, and the financial part of it is his. So it's kind of like I guess 50-50 type one-way street, if you want to call it that.
Touch your eye. Be careful. That's a flower.
I said I couldn't have asked for, when I found him, I couldn't have asked for anything better, because everybody has their differences and stuff, but he loves his kids, and he took my oldest, the one that's here, my oldest one, and like it was nothing, he talks to my older kids as well, so he's there for them, and I guess I couldn't ask for
You don't have any children, do you? She's too kept, well kept,
like quiet.
Well, that she has these little bitty billfolds and things like
Oh,
that
yeah.
we could never
We can't
carry.
have itty-bitty billboards.
We have too many identification cards. And,
No, this is my business card holder. That's all it does.
oh,
No.
Yeah, my purse turned into a diaper bag, unfortunately. Well, I tried the diaper bag and then the purse, and then it ended up all going in the same thing anyway. So I was like, forget it. So I just kept it all in one thing. that's the way it went after that.
My purse is up there and I can never zip it.
Sounds about right.
Mine's just diapers and discs and
Could be worse. This is my business card. I don't know exactly when we staff. I want to say Monday or Tuesday. So that means we find out what if the case is going to come over to us. I'll find out the following week when I get it. I'll show up on my work. At that point in time, I'll come out and talk to you about the case.
well, I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get off the supervision thing.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't care how long the case goes on. It could go on for 20 years. I mean, I honestly, I don't care.
Kids will be
I
coming by
don't
the-
have anything to hide. But as far as the supervision thing goes, like I said, it's financially draining big time for us. And she's leaving tomorrow, and it's like, who's gonna come and sit now? So, I mean, I have friends that they have kids and they work, and it's just kind of impossible for them to do right now. So.
And it's 12-hour shifts, so.
And then the only
bodies-
other person that I had, well, I had two people and they were 21 and I listed that they were young. They didn't think that it would be a good idea because I have 4 kids. It wouldn't be, if something happened to me and I had to leave, that person wouldn't be able to handle 4 kids. But I don't leave my kids anyway, so. I mean, I may occasionally go to the gas station or whatever, but as far as leaving them here all day, I mean, it's not a job to me, so, I mean, it's my responsibility, but, I mean, that's my main concern is just the supervision thing. I mean, I don't have anything to hide to be supervised. I mean, y'all can video surveillance me too, I don't care, but, I mean, financially, it's really hard, and especially, like I said, with Christmas, and what do you tell a 5-year-old that
And everyone watching
has nothing to open and needs to
I'm
try?
sorry, CPS made me get somebody to watch this. I had to pay them. I'm sorry, no Christmas present.
Well, I mean, she's not gonna think like that. She's gonna
No,
think
I'm
what
just
did I
saying,
do
like,
wrong?
the logic of it.
And it's hard, so. I mean, I completely understand where I'm coming from.
I understand where you're coming from, but I honestly can't
Right,
help you.
right,
So
right.
I can listen and I can report it to Natalie, but that's not my job to make those decisions.
Well, I mean, I know she's heard it from me, but I mean, hopefully, I mean, that's why I would have liked for her to be here so that way I could explain it to her rather than over the phone. You know? I mean, at first, for the first week, you know, not a big deal, but then it started to get, you know, more and more every day, and it was like, okay, what do we do now? You know, we can either pay this bill or we can, you know, wait for CPS to come knock on the door and take the kids because we have nobody to supervise. So, I mean, I think that's just.
Trust me, taking the children's not important.
That's what I keep trying to tell her. I'm not gonna take your kids.
I mean, I'm just scared because I mean, I can't lose my kids. They're mean. You know, if they weren't here, I wouldn't be. You know, I'd be alive, but I just wouldn't be. Period. Because that's my life revolves around them. Dirty diapers and school and therapy
Bella's
and
about
all.
to get stuck. She's about to get stuck.
Other than that,
Listening.
but I just, you know, I wanted to make sure you tell them. You know.
Yeah, before I leave. Can I
Yes,
see
we have food.
water?
We have food, we have water. I still have to get there. But other than that, we'll let you know.
Warm your water, make sure.
Hot water, we have cold water. That takes a minute. And the stove works. And the stove works. Oh, wait. I like that burger doesn't work. It's a brand new stove, but. And that's our bedroom back there. But I will give you the tour just because.
Because I don't think Natalie's been out.
No, she hasn't.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Come on. Alright, stand up. Stand up. There you go. I'll lift you out. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, I know. I know. I know.
jumping is the move you do for the donkey long jump. Like this.
But I mean, I would love to talk to her just because, I know that,
That was the best. Make
I don't
sure she
know, I
go
don't,
for
I
the
guess I don't
donkey
have
long
to
jump. And don't forget throwing. You know how to throw a bone, don't you?
But I mean, that's what I just, when I talked to the doctor, he told me, this is, I told him that you need to take a 12-step program and contact me after that. And that was the end of it. I mean,
It's a long
the terminal thing, I only go to him every 6 months. So the end of my pregnancy, I hadn't even seen him, so I couldn't really explain to him that I was on the terminal for the contractions. So, I mean, he knew that I was on the Subutex. My OBGYN knew that I was on both of them. So I couldn't really explain to the counselor when I was seeing him every 2 or 3 months.
to run in the past
So
the
that was,
I'd love to jump in the donkey long jump. And I want to go in the throwing the bone contest. So now I've got another problem.
Another problem.
I can't decide which Shake Your Tail Sports Day event is my favorite. What would it be like if you could
The whole world would basically stop.
You don't plan it first.
Yeah.
Does it move?
Yeah. A little bit. How that spins around. It spins around really slow.
Is the world moving now? The world moves? Quick! Someone hold it still!
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Hey, you guys like to dance, right?
Yeah.
What kind of dancing do you do?
We do jazz, we do tap, we do
Anything else, I'll do whatever program you guys need to do.
like the princess,
What kind of dancing do you like to do, Devin?
jazz, and hip hop.
Financially,
I like kind of hip hop and stuff.
the daycare thing, I don't care about that.
No,
Are you sure?
hip hop.
I feel like a hip hop. When is it a good time to dance slow?
Well, when you're trying to like dizzy, spinning the line, so you might need it.
And it takes about 2
What does dancing
3
mean?
weeks to get it through.
So I mean, even if I was to take like a 12-step program, the supervision probably wouldn't be in until I started it, or would it?
Until you started it, most likely. I couldn't say how long it would be.
And you can
And none of this is gonna happen until after Christmas.
I don't
Show me
know
your
what
dancing.
Natalie's plans are, honestly. And every case is different. Your participation, your cooperation is different than other people's participation and cooperation.
Shake your booty, Reagan, shake your booty.
Video surveillance, y'all go ahead and hack up.
We don't have money for that.
I will buy the cameras. I mean, it's gonna be the same price. Might as well. But sorry, habit.
Okay, well, we'll be in contact.
All right.
You have a good day,
You
okay?
too.
Thanks.
There's so many fun ways to movie. It's hard to choose which event to enter at the Shake Your Tail Sports Day.
You're a super fast runner, so you'd be great in the pass the stick relay.
And you're a terrific jumper.
Bella, come here.
The donkey long jump. And you're a great thrower too. So what about the bone throwing event?